Hey, I'm here with one of our longest standing journey groups, and I'm just really excited for you to hear their story of how God has worked in their lives and in the lives of their families through their community together. And so let's listen to their story.
We had started visiting Laura and Alan Owen's journey team down the street in my neighborhood. And I said, you know, it's really a lot for you guys to do this at your house every single weekend. So we'll host like a little pool party and give y'all a break next Sunday, and we'll do it. And they came up to us that Sunday after it went well and said, hey, we're getting ready to start Purpose.
Yes.
I said, oh, it's only 40 days? And they're like, yeah, 40 days. You know, get some of your neighbors and friends to come, sign up, and come to your house. And it's really like it is at our house. And but it's only 40 days. I said, okay, we'll do that. And here we are. 2022, and that was 2005.
I think we were all just scared to get to know each other, and then each week you got to know one of the members of the group a little bit deeper, and as you just kept growing and growing, and you realized you had a lot in common when at first you thought you had nothing in common.
That's right.
And yeah, and so we just just learned to be family and learn each other.
The more
you met, the more comfortable you were. Opening up, yeah.
Initially, we weren't that. I mean, the very first time, it's not like you walk in and everybody's singing Kumbaya. It's not like that.
No, it was just little by little, layers by layer, fall away.
And we all thought 40 days. I mean, back in this picture. But really, at the end of the 40 days, we were like, well, we don't want to. We could have disbanded.
We like each other.
We like each other, and we don't want this to stop.
Yeah.
It was a good group.
It came at a great time because we've walked the Jesus path together.
Yeah.
And so we've become stronger and stronger in our faith. We've learned a whole lot of things along the way. And I'm not sure that we were all maybe at the same place when we started, but we've certainly walked a lot holding hands together.
Yeah.
That's absolutely true.
Right.
There's a lot of things that we went through. I mean, I can speak from the second time I had breast cancer. I couldn't have functioned. I mean, Joe and Kathy were there daily. Jimmy and Dee Dee were there daily. I mean, it was constant. So when you can't walk yourself, they were carrying us through not only that, but many things, you know, so many things.
And you think you're alone, but you're not.
And you're not. I mean, sometimes you can't pray yourself, somebody will pray for you, you know. So, like Joe and Kathy were trying to sell their house, and they couldn't sell it. And when I was diagnosed the second time, I said, "That's why you didn't sell your house, because I needed you to be here."
And one thing about Journey Team that is so important is that we always had absolute trust in each other, which is real important. We really never were concerned that if you sat in the truth chair,
Tell us about the truth chair.
That's a Deborah and Johnny's.
That's a Deborah and Johnny's.
And they have this antique chair that we call the confession chair. And whoever happened to sit in it would like tell all.
Spill their guts.
And some of it was like, we'd pray. Ooh, that's bad.
But
Don't tell anybody, just go pray.
well, there's no judgment. No judgment. To Kathy's point, I mean, there was no judgment, no. There was all trust.
I think it was really interesting in the beginning too. We all came from different church backgrounds, and so we had a variety of different ceremonies, if you will, church ceremonies, and I think most of us never really talked about Jesus outside of church.
Right.
And when the group came together, all of a sudden, you know, whether it was, you know, with a neighbor at the fence or during Journey Team or just in some other part of life, we started talking about Jesus. And that was really a blessing for all of us because, well, we got a lot of questions answered that we had been maybe holding in for a long time. So in that way, the group has really, really sort of helped each other, you know, in their journey.
Yeah, we decided each year we would say we're still going to meet, and you know, our core group just kept coming back together. Even when they tried to disband and say, let's start, could y'all start some smaller, journey teams? You take your knowledge and start some smaller ones. We tried that, but we would still reach out to each other. So we said, well, let's just start back meeting, because here we are secretly texting each other because we're supposed to be splitting up.
Illegal journey.
And we said, well, we'll just start back. And that's, so then when they said, no, y'all been through a lot together, stay together, we celebrated. We were
legit.
We're legal now. Yeah.
We finally wised up.
Yeah.
They're meant to be together.
Yeah. We've just done so much, whether it's having children, watching our children graduate college,
praying over their rooms.
Yes. We've
Grandbabies.
had divorces. We've had deaths. We've had deaths with our parents, death with our grandparents. We've had grandbabies. It's just been a lot, and that's not including. That's just normal life. We're talking, but we've had so many trials that we don't even talk about. That you don't talk about, except in your journey team, and we don't meet all the time. But we'll just send out a text. And that's all it takes. It's just that one little text to connect.
I've never been part of a group, or once we started our group, we tend to make friends, and they grow into relationships, and I feel like I can call on anybody here. They can call on me, and we kind of have a bond, a special bond.
I think, what do you got to lose? You can always
it's a win-win.
just quit going if you don't feel comfortable. So.
And it's just 40 days.
Like I was told, it's just 40 days.
That's what I told John. It's only 40 days. We can do anything for 40 days.
Yeah.
And our group comes from a varied background. Some have money, some don't. Some are divorced, some are remarried, some have been married their entire time. But that we're real with each other. And I think that's what really makes it.
And when you walk through hard times, and you're going to, if you haven't, hold on, because you are. Who would you rely on? I can imagine not having these people, because we've walked through some dark times, and I couldn't imagine what I would do if it weren't for these people.
I feel like that you come as you are, and also when you're raising kids and you have things go like you don't expect, like you're not perfect and they're not perfect, then you have all these other people to tell you that their kids aren't perfect too. And it's really, or they aren't perfect in their life. That is the most powerful part of it. You're not alone in this world. And we are not alone in our walk with Christ, because, we have so many people surrounding us.
What better way to share the ups of life with your family? The more people, the better, right? And all these people that you know so well as the flip side of the coin, the trials and tribulations in life. Spread the pain, spread the burden. That's what
Carry each other.
Absolutely.
And when the first pain hit, when the first tragedy hit, we all kind of scrambled around. We're like any new journey team. We didn't know what to do. But each time some tragedy would come, we would get a little better and a little better. And then we learned, we don't have to be a certain way. We just have to be there.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? You just have to be there. We don't have to, have all the answers. We just have to be there. And that's one thing we've learned through having this journey team is just show up.
That makes me think of this. I think one of the best things about having a journey group all these years is that we did encourage each other to do the things the church asked us to do. Mm-hmm. And it was very meaningful because it's fun to do it with other people. Mm-hmm. And it's also some accountability. So Jody would okay, we're doing Love Does, here's what you're doing. Go do this, go get that. And it's good to have accountability. It's good to have somebody who encourages you.
You and Joe have made me feel like I would like to do a mission trip. They did a mission trip.
This group supported us so much. Met us, big prayer group, gave us a bag full of snacks that we took on the bus that everybody appreciated so much. They were like, what have you got? We're like, oh, we got snacks in the bag. We're riding on the bus. Everybody's eating those snacks, and the bag had a...
Prayers for the day.
Yeah, prayers.
And everything. They all have written us cards, and we could pull a card out every day and read it from them. It was just...
amazing.
It was amazing. When we started we're not experts now, but no one was an expert 16 years ago at anything. So I don't think people, if they're going to be in a journey group, should be afraid that they're not going to know enough.
No.
Right.
You know.
I didn't know. I don't read the Bible.
And you were a great leader. You're an absolutely great leader.
Well, let me just kind of finish things with any final thoughts that you would want to share in encouraging others to take a step to be in community.
I feel like I have learned to have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, which I was always a Christian, but I wasn't comfortable with those words. Mm-hmm. I didn't know what it meant to love Jesus. That was confusing to me. I was a baby Christian. And I'm probably still just maybe an adolescent Christian, but I have learned a lot over these years.
Like being in a journey team, I do know sometimes we come together and we have lessons, sometimes we watch videos, but sometimes we just come together. And I think God honors that and lets us grow. I don't know how it works. I just like when you tell us go do love does, don't know how it works, but it does. If we honor what you say, we get together, God gives the increase. One plants, one waters, and so you just got to get together. You just got to meet, even if it's just to eat. Just do it, and somehow
we can do that really well.
That's what she does for us. She does that for us.
That's what she does. Yeah.
And we definitely did that big time on the 40 days.
Yes.
Eating, and I think there's
like we
something
couldn't
about
wait to
praying
see.
and eating.
Yeah.
Yes.
In the Bible.
Breaking bread.
Yeah, breaking bread together.
Yes, and God honors that. You can't explain. You just can't explain it. The increase, the growth, or the spiritual
Libby
growth.
reading the Bible that time.
You're
Libby
thinking-
goes, "There's something to this Bible."
And it's written in red. This is the important part.
God fixed it in red.